expect you to be a little bit more tentative when you first got in.
Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got Ed's quad and we've got mine 4C. We're going to compare them. We're not going to compare things like comfort. All we're going to focus on is the driving characteristics of the car. Basically, which one's better to drive.
Best thing about having an Alfa Romeo.
The driving pleasure. Guys, don't forget to
like, subscribe and enjoy the channel.
So we've just found some nice little country roads out in Essex. Ed's just warming up the tyres.
Warming her up.
A quick overview of the car for those who haven't been following the channel.
Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. It's an 18 plate. It's got a lovely Ferrari Alfa Romeo 2.9 litre twin turbo V6, 510 horsepower. So
plenty of power.
Plenty of grunt.
What we're going to do is we're going to swap over. I've never driven the car before, so I'm excited. And then I'm going to give my impressions. My turn. Oh, what we're in now? We're in dynamic mode already.
Yeah.
No, we're in drive.
There we go.
So in manual mode.
Mid damper setting is what it's standard dynamic. You can go harder for race, or you can turn it to softer.
Let's go middle ground.
Most horsepower you ever had?
Somewhere. I think even a stock GTR's less, isn't it? I've driven a stock GTR. Oh, the brakes are a bit.
Brakes are, yeah, there's that brake by wire system that's kind of on or off, and they're quite grabby.
Right, I'm going to compare it to the 4C because that's what we're doing. Right. Power. Yeah, it's faster, isn't it? Let's not lie. Back end just comes out.
It does come out a little bit,
but you can catch it.
Traction control is on in dynamic mode, but I think it must be on in a loose term.
The gear change feels really nice. Mine are quite plasticky, but these are nice and sturdy kind of feeling. Obviously, straight away the steering, I've got no power steering in the 4C, so this got power steering, so it feels a lot lighter, but I would say compared to most normal cars, it's still quite weighted.
There's no play in it at all, and it reacts straight away.
Brakes feel quite sensitive to me. When you first drove it, did you feel the same?
Yeah, and then pulling up in traffic is difficult as well.
I just did a bit of a 30 zone. Oh, the noises it makes though. Sound-wise, it sounds good from inside, but obviously we've got a bit of sound deadening. But from the outside, it sounds glorious. You have like big bangs on your upshifts. Front end feels nice and darty. I tell you what, it just feels quite easy to get into and drive quite hard. It's not as intimidating as I thought it would be.
What do you think about the ride?
You'll notice when you get in mine, this feels a lot more comfortable.
Really? I'd still feel quite stiff. I know it's in its mid setting, so you could make it softer still, but
nah, it rides the bumps really well, I think. A little bit of an open road here.
Definitely more nerve-wracking. Someone driving your car.
Definitely quicker in a straight line than mine. You'll notice that mine's got quite a bit of low down punch.
Yeah.
Obviously it's got low down punch as well, but it really pulls towards the top of the rev range. With this, it kind of goads you into hitting the red line. It's quite cool. I do like that. I'm in third now. Put my foot down. Not much turbo lag, is there? I love it. I actually love it. Oh mate, yeah, the turning. Really good.
Really good, isn't it?
It's not every day you get to do this. Just rag your mate's squad.
I've got to admit, I did expect you to be a little bit more tentative when you first got in.
The hazards were just flashing.
Driving it harder than I did when I drove it here.
Going back to the brakes, stopping power, really good. It's really strong.
Yeah, it's good enough, isn't it?
I've come from an E92 M3 before and these feel a lot stronger. Yeah, traction kicks in. That's really holding power back in it.
It does. 4C.
We're in the 4C. Recap, it's a 2015 Alfa Romeo 4C. It is the race pack. It has 240 horsepower from a turbocharged 1.75 litre engine. It's got a dual clutch transmission and it weighs about 900 kilos.
That's great. Yeah, I thought it was wheels locking at first.
Nah, it's great.
Oh, right.
In the 4C, I'm in the passenger seat. I'm cacking my pants.
Yeah.
So now at the minute you're in automatic mode, but if you press that, you want it in manual, yeah?
Yeah.
That'll take you to manual. We're in dynamic mode, so
already. So all good to go?
That's good to go. Down, and you can just...
the rear view mirror. You can see
anything.
nothing. You just see the engine.
This car has got no visibility. It's the steering that you'll notice.
So the dashboard lights up yellow, same way mine does when you're near the top of the rev range.
When you're in race mode, it's exactly the same.
Wow,
so
everything's heavy there, isn't it?
Steering's so heavy. So just a caveat, I'm a crap passenger.
Wow, so yeah, the first thing you notice is the steering, definitely. So it's direct.
No power steering.
Right. Oh, it just sounds good.
Power-wise, what do you reckon compared to yours?
Down low, you know, we're in the sort of slow speed corners here, like 30, 40 miles an hour, and it does pick up really quickly. I think that's probably just due to the weight of it though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a sense of speed thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it probably isn't going as fast as yours, but because we're so low down and you can hear everything.
It's got enough power, doesn't it really? You do feel the power down low. It doesn't quite kick on as well as the quad does at high in a rev range.
Below 60, 70, you wouldn't pull away too much, but then after 60, 70 miles an hour.
Sounds, yeah, it's epic. Just because it's louder, isn't it?
The engine's right there.
Yeah, you can hear that turbo twirl.
It's the turbo noises that get me. The actual sound of the engine's not that amazing. The whooshes and for me it's like an old school rally car. There you go, scrape the floor a little bit.
Great.
It does scrape as well. Brakes.
Pedal's very firm.
You have to really
press it, yeah.
Again, it's like it's not power assisted. If you give it enough pressure, it anchors on the brake.
More consistent than my car.
Yeah.
You can tell it's
a bit more feedback.
Yeah, exactly. The more you brake, the more feel you get.
Suspension stiffness.
Yeah, it's stiff. It is. I thought my car was stiff, and I suppose it kind of is for
in race mode. I guess yours that's like comparative, but it still is.
It's quite stiff, isn't it? Yeah, there's no roll in the car at all, so it's
feels pretty planted, doesn't it? Hopefully that's not a flat tyre.
And you can feel the tram lining that you talk about.
Yeah, it likes to
feel
pull
it
you
there.
along, doesn't it?
Yeah, it moves you around.
This has had the modifications done to try and prevent that a little bit. So can you imagine what it would have been like at the factory? Range Rover taking up all the fucking road. I mean, we're not hanging about. What do you think in terms of just overall funness to drive?
Definitely, it's a great drive. Yeah, it is good fun. I do feel a bit more connected. I think that's just because the steering is really stiff and brake pedal. And
it's a lot of fun, isn't it? This is the perfect kind of driving for it. Any other scenario, you probably would pick the quad. Any other journey.
But doing something like this, so imagine it on a track, and then when it's a bit smoother.
Yeah, that's when it would really shine.
Sounds good.
Engine sound definitely isn't as nice as yours.
Quad is more about the exhaust sound, isn't it? Oh, it's good fun.
He's enjoying himself. I think that's 60 pretty sharpish.
Really quick.
It doesn't lose traction.
No.
Yeah, you barely ever lose traction. accelerating especially, because the weight is over there, it's over the back.
For having the weight at the back, you don't feel like it's light at the front.
So there we have it. That was fun. Nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be so worried sitting in the passenger seat of my own car.
Same. Neither of us were hanging about there. But I think in conclusion, on that particular road, if you had to take one, you probably would take the 4C. But in any other scenario, you would take the quad. I'd say the quad is 90% as fun on that road, or 95% as fun. But in terms of overall package, driver enjoyment, it's got to be the quad, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you don't get to put your foot down as well. The car's all about putting his foot down, isn't it? Like 5 horsepower car. You can't really do that on the B roads, can you?
But you can kind of utilise most of the performance of that car.
Sense of speed is the difference, yeah.
Yeah, I've got to say, I really, really enjoyed driving the quad. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, guys. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye.
Bye.